there's a number of people to thank for allowing us to all come together this morning. This meeting is part of what are called the Michigan Meeting Programs here at the University of Michigan, sponsored by the Rackham Graduate School, and they provided major support to allow the meeting to happen. In addition, the Graham Environmental Sustainability Institute has run a yearly meeting for several years, and when they heard that we had this opportunity, they came together and contributed their regular support for a meeting at this time of year to this conference as well. So we greatly thank the Graham Institute. Also, Dow Chemical Company from here in Michigan is a major sponsor for the meeting. We greatly appreciate their support for making this all possible. And the Office of the Vice President for Research here at the University of Michigan. We have lots of other sponsors as well. There was a lot of interest. We greatly thank Steelcase Corporation for support of this meeting as well. The Center for Chinese Studies, the University of Michigan's Transportation Research Institute, the Sustainable Worldwide Transportation effort at the Transportation Institute, the School of Natural Resources and the Environment, the Center for Sustainable Systems, the Urb Institute for Global Sustainable Enterprise, and the Michigan Memorial Phoenix Energy Institute. They also all contributed to the meeting to help this all happen. And a lot of these groups contributed both financially, but also in terms of intellectual content and meeting design. So thank you to all these groups. We have a conference staff that's been working really hard. Jane Ritter, Heather Bryant, April Pepperdine, and Elizabeth Jaffe from OVPR. I think all of you, many of you have probably talked extensively to Heather and Jane for a while now. And we appreciate their great help on all this, and Kathy Owens and Christopher Roberts from Conference Services here at the university. Also, a special thanks to the Chinese Entrepreneur Network. It was founded here at the University of Michigan. Current presidents are Kadao Wang and Rena J. Sun. They've been incredibly helpful with putting the meeting together, giving suggestions, and we're so fortunate to have such fantastic students here at the University of Michigan to interact with. Thanks so much. There's a really special group of folks here today. Want to make sure you know who they are for help. It's our student interpreter group, but that sign could have equally said phenomenal scholars in sustainability group, because they are both. And so here's just some pictures of them and give an indication of where they're from. And they'll be here for the next 2 days. They can help you talk one-on-one with people. They'll be helping during the sessions. For example, at the plenary panel here this morning, we'll be taking written questions in to ask our distinguished panel members. And you can write, because of these wonderful people, you can write your questions down in Chinese or English. And then they will make sure that I understand properly the subtleties of your question. So a great set of scholars who are with us here today. We have another great scholar here with us this morning to help kick off the conference. It's the Vice President for Research, Steve Forrest. Steve, well, here's how great a scholar he is. He got his PhD in physics here at the University of Michigan, right? Showed a real talent early on for selecting good things. He then went on to Bell Labs, where he investigated photodetectors for optical communication. In 1985, he joined electrical engineering and material science at the University of Southern California. In 1992, he joined Princeton as the James S. McDonald Distinguished University Professor of Electrical Engineering. There, he served as the director of the National Center for the Integrated Photonic Technology and also a director of Princeton Center for Photonics and Optoelectronic Materials. From 1997 to 2001, he served as the chair of Princeton's Electrical Engineering Department. And then, like he did when choosing his PhD, showed exceptional insight again, and came here in 2006, where he became professor of physics, professor of electrical engineering and material science and engineering, and vice president for research. He's a fellow of the American Physical Society, the IEEE, the OSA, and the National Academy of Engineering. For those of you who function like I do, doing papers, this next part is intimidating. He has 465 papers to date in referee journals. Quite the scholar, 203 patents. And he's the founder or co-founder of multiple companies, including Universal Display Corporation and Global Photonic Energy Corporation. And now I'm going to remind all the speakers today to do something that I've not been so successful at so far. And now I'm about to show what we need to be doing today. We have simultaneous interpretation going on all day long. And so please try to remember to speak slowly to help our interpreters out. And if you're in the audience and you would need a headset, please get your hands up soon so somebody can get a headset to you so that you can get the simultaneous interpretation feed. All right. Steve.
Thanks, Mark, and welcome everybody this morning to this first Michigan meeting, I believe, on developing sustainability. It's always a pleasure to see some of my Chinese friends returning to this campus. We have a very long-standing relationship with universities, particularly in the People's Republic of China, and I've really had an opportunity as Vice President for Research to get more involved and engaged in that, and it's been really one of the highlights of my career here. So with that, I'd like to join Mark in acknowledging our many sponsors. We are very pleased with their support, which has helped make this meeting possible, and their involvement, which no doubt will ensure its success. And we have a very special gathering of people here today. We have representatives really from all sectors, from industry, government, and here from both the People's Republic of China and from the U.S. We have representatives from NGOs, and of course, we have our colleagues from academia, again, both in China and the U.S. Befitting the extraordinary breadth of this topic, that is this meeting's subject, the participants represent also a very wide array of disciplines. This mix is not only appropriate, it is essential. The challenge for achieving global sustainability doesn't affect just certain countries or certain region, it affects our entire planet. After all, we all live under the same atmosphere, and we share the same ecosystem. Today we are focusing on energy, transportation, and water, major challenges that are themselves intimately interrelated. Realistic approaches to sustainability will depend critically on joining together across boundaries to conceive, develop, and implement them. Each group we've assembled here today brings critical perspectives to the table. So let me begin with industry. Industry is often seen as part of the problem, and industry is undeniably a key aspect of human activity that has contributed to the current situation. But it is also central to the solution. Our colleagues in industry are making great strides in cutting energy consumption and adopting sustainable practices in their operations. Others are adapting their products to be more environmentally friendly. And still others are stepping in to bring entirely new products and services to the marketplace that will help enable a more sustainable society. A key point that everyone is starting to recognize on a global scale is that sustainable manufacturing and the production of green energy solutions is just good business. Actually, it is a very big good business, with two of our industrial partners, Dow and Steelcase, clearly know about. Government, of course, provides the context which we operate in, setting the policies that can help clear the path toward a more sustainable world. As they develop regulations, incentives, research support, laws, and standards, our legislators and governmental agencies must be clearly guided by basic science as well as industrial perspectives with an eye to the long-term public good. Non-governmental organizations play a role by being an independent voice that can provide assessments on issues of broad significance. Their mission is to inform the public about choices that need to be made and can help shape opinion and policy making. I'm particularly pleased that we have brought together representatives of both the People's Republic of China and the U.S. for this conference. Given that our countries are the two largest generators of greenhouse gases in the world, it is our responsibility to show leadership in creating a sustainable planet. If we don't cooperate and show that vital leadership, who will? Indeed, without China and the U.S. visibly working together to solve these problems, they simply will not be addressed. But most importantly, we can learn from each other and inspire one another as we bring the resources and perspectives of our two countries and cultures together to tackle the challenges before us. Now, the final group of participants we have today is academia. By design, university campuses are home to educators and researchers in diverse fields, including science, engineering, medicine, public policy, public health, law, and management. The proximity of experts in all of these fields on our campuses provides us with the opportunity to collaborate across disciplines and to address the complexities of the challenges before us. Universities, too, are partners with both government and industry who not only fund the research we conduct, but also hire the students we educate. Importantly, academia should provide unbiased information on the choices before us and the solutions we might pursue to solve the problems that we confront. We must always strive to live up to our reputations as neutral parties. For in our even-handedness, we are in the best position to ensure that necessary changes will occur and that people who can make those changes will be informed and can make those critical decisions in an unbiased manner. Thus, it makes sense that we are convened today on the common ground of the University of Michigan. I believe the organizers today have assembled the creative mix of people that can spark the kind of out-of-the-box thinking we need to get moving forward. Arguably, we have never addressed a set of challenges that are so complex, so pervasive, and so important to our society. Confucius said that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. In the journey toward a sustainable world, that first step has been taken. All of us have made commitments to push toward that goal. But we have a very, very long road ahead. And in fact, we are on a journey that will never end. Achieving a balance between society's needs and health of our planet will take an unrelenting commitment over the next years, decades, and centuries. Moving forward, we must continue to innovate, bringing together the best ideas from every sector and every corner of the globe. We must use the knowledge and innovations to develop sound policies. But in doing so, we must all learn to work together as we have never done before. This is truly a problem that is on a human scale, on a global scale, and it is perhaps the biggest challenge before mankind today. Today's meeting is an important step along that path. And I really, once again, want to thank all of you for your commitment and your attendance here and making that first step with us. Thank you very much.